Hello students, today we are going to solve the uh, computer science sample paper issued by the CBSE board. Now, before we solve these question papers, we will read the instructions which are given by the in this question paper. In this paper, it's the instructions given. So let's first listen what are the instructions are there.
General instructions. This question paper contains 37 questions. All questions are compulsory. However, internal choices have been provided in some questions. Attempt only one of the choices in such questions. The paper is divided into 5 sections A, B, C, D and E. Section A consists of 21 questions, 1 to 21. Each question carries 1 mark. Section B consists of 7 questions, 22 to 28. Each question carries 2 marks. Section C consists of 3 questions, 29 to 31. Each question carries 3 marks. Section D consists of 4 questions, 32 to 35. Each question carries 4 marks. Section E consists of 2 questions, 36 to 37. Each question carries 5 marks. All programming questions are to be answered using Python language only.
Okay, so we are going to solve this paper. So you can see there are 21 objective questions. So 21 objective questions are there. So the questions are mostly, it's not, I can see not all questions are given options, but questions, if you know the topic, you can do it very much. Question, you can answer them very easily. Now, let's see the very first question. They are saying statement is true or false. So you are going to use the statistics module. Okay. Now in statistics module, they are saying that if you give this code, so you will be getting the answer here 20. Okay. So आप लोगों को ये कोड दे रखा है और आपको इसका आंसर 20 आ रहा है. तो बेसिकली व्हाट इज द मीडियन. पहले आपको मीडियन जानना है. सो मीडियन इज अ वेरी सिंपल, इट इज द मिडल वैल्यू. जो मिडल वैल्यू है, सो मिडल वैल्यू इज वेयर, हाउ विल यू फाइंड इट आउट. सो द वेरी फर्स्ट थिंग बिफोर फाइंडिंग द मिडल वैल्यू, आपको इन वैल्यूज को अरेंज करना है असेंडिंग ऑर्डर में. सो लेट्स सी, आई टेक दिस वैल्यूज, इन वैल्यूज को हम लेते हैं एंड देन वी अरेंज इन असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. सो 10, then again we get the 10, then there are 3 10s, then we got 20, then 20, then 30 and 230. So we have arranged. So which is the middle value? So here the number of values are n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So middle element is at the n plus 1 divided by 2, which is 8 divided by 2, which is equal to 4. So the fourth value is 1, 2, 3, 4, which is 20. So in this question, they are saying that 20 should be the middle value. Okay, it should be the output. Now, यहाँ तो output नहीं आएगा because there is no print statement. So what we do, इस value को हम किसी variable में store कर लेते हैं, x equal to this, और उसके बाद हम इसको print out करते हैं x. So if you are printing this value after this, what we will get? तो हमको क्या मिलेगा? So we are getting the answer 20. So 20 is the middle element. So in this, so we can, so what is given is correct. So in this case, the answer is 2 is the correct answer. Next one, in the next question, you are given a list and there are 4 options are given and they are saying which one is the, out of this 4 option, which one is the correct option. तो हम पहले इसको समझने की कोशिश करते हैं कि what actually this L10 and L2 minus 1 means. Let's see. L10, if we take it here, L1 0, this thing. So basically L1 is what here, the first index value. So first index is here, not this is 0, this is 1. So this incredible is there. Incredible first element, which is I. This is I. Now this is added with L2 minus. L2 is the second element, 0, 1, 2. Second index element, minus 1 is the last value, so T. When we combine it, it will become IT. Okay, so if IT is the answer here, so IT I can see capital IT, so C is the correct answer. Right. Now we are coming to the third one. In this third one, there is an expression given and they are asking which one is the correct output. So let's first try this one. So if we write this one, print here, and let's see first we solve this one. So if we are solving this one, what we are getting it here. So 19 less than 11 is a false student, a false statement. 29 greater than is true or not. 75 greater than 30 is a true. Right. So false. And now whenever we have and or not. ठीक है. सो अगर आपके पास ये तीनों आ जाते हैं एंड और नॉट, सो आप पहले नॉट को सॉल्व करेंगे. सो नॉट को सॉल्व करने के लिए क्या नॉट क्या करता है, सिंपली इट कन्वर्ट्स ट्रू टू फॉल्स, फॉल्स टू ट्रू. दिस इज फॉल्स एंड ट्रू, और दिस इज फॉल्स. अब एंड और है, तो एंड और में आप पहला एंड को करेंगे. सो व्हाट इज द एंड, फॉल्स एंड ट्रू. एंड if both are true, then the result is true. But इसमें एक false है, so the result is false or false. So ultimately, false or false will give you false. So this expression, if we execute, it will give the result false. So false is the answer. So in this case, B is the answer. Now question number 4. In SQL, which type of join may contain duplicate columns? अच्छा, पहले तो हम जान लेते हैं join क्या होता है. Join basically if we are combining records of two or more tables. In SQL, we have basically, as per in your syllabus, we have three types of joins are there. So these three types of joins are, one is known as the cross join, the other is known as the natural join, and third one is known as the equi-join. तो ये तीन join है. इसमें से what is the question asking? Which may contain duplicate. So cross join combine two table, दोनों दो tables को join करता है. It combines each row of one table with all rows of other table. So यहाँ पे all columns के combination है. So here the duplicate columns are there. In natural join, by default, जो common column होता है, it is merged. So there are no duplicate columns. And in equi-join, though we will not do this thing, हम equi-join में ऐसा नहीं करेंगे कि same column we can repeat, but there is a possibility. So here also duplicate columns are possible. So based on this, we can say which joins can provide you duplicate columns. So we can say cross join and okay, so these are the two joins which will be the correct ones. चलिए अब चलते हैं क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 पे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5 is saying what is the output of this one. Okay. This is the statement. Let me put it here. So in this statement, अगर आप देखते हैं, so there is a string str is equal to soft skills. So here, if you look for minus 3 means -1, -2, -3 is L. ठीक है, L है. So from L, you have to go. See here, if you look this one, अगर आप इसको ठीक से देखते हैं, so what it is saying? It is saying basically starts from -3 index and goes to the last element. So until the last, go in the last. Now here, the direction of going will be not from, जब भी आपका यहाँ negative है, that means you are going not from left to right but right to left. So right to left. So very simple. -3 के बाद again -3, then -6. -6 के बाद again 3, -9. Means if it is -1 से start करके -1, -2, -3. So we are starting on -3, then 3 more. So we will come at the -3, -4, -5, -6. So -6 value is -3, -4, -5, -6. So after L, we will get the next is the capital S. उसके बाद -6 है, -7, -8, -9. -9 is the F, and then 3 will cross the limit. So answer will be LSF. तो हम लोग रन करके देख लेते हैं आंसर क्या है. So LSF is the answer. So the first one is the correct answer. Uh, write the output. Write the output of the following Python. Now this question is saying what will be the output of this Python code. First thing you have to be see. You need to see whether a plus symbol is there, a print is there, yeah, print is there, so it will be there. So इसको अगर हम करते हैं, so let's see. First we need to understand what is the range. So range is given is from 7 to 42, 6. So it means its starting value is 7, 7. Its ending value will be 1 less than 30, 40, which is 39. And the step value is 6. So basically we are getting which value? 7. 7 and 6 is 13. 13 and 6 is 19. 19 and 6 is 25. 25 and 6 is 31. 31 and 6 is 37. Okay. So these are the values. Now, if that means it is going to print the values 7 and plus this. Now, here comes a problem. The problem is that in other programming language, 7 is a number here, integer here, and this is a string. So this is a invalid operation, so it will give the error. Because we cannot specifically type error, because if we try to do the very first time, it will give the error. So इसको हम run करके देखते हैं. Yeah. So this is a bit tricky, but you need to be very careful. Any such kind of operation where two values of different data type is not possible. So इसका आंसर हो जाएगा error, type error, and we can write the reason. A is integer and this is a string. So addition operation or concatenation operation, joining operation is not possible and will cause it. Okay, so that is it. Now we come to the next one. What is the output of this? से पहले हम इसका execute करें. So let's see what is the how this thing can be solved. So the very first thing here is 10 3 to the power of 2, 2 to the power of 2 plus 144 divided by 2. So We know first we need to solve the exponent, and that too happens from which direction? From right to left. So 3 to the power of 4 plus 144 by 12. So 10 minus 3 to the power 4 is 81 plus. Achha, now we can do this one. 144 divided by 12 is 12.0 because see it's a flow division. Then it is minus 71 plus 12.0. So if you do minus 71, so it's coming to minus 59. So minus 59.0 is the correct answer. So let's run this one. So minus 59.0 is the correct answer. So we are going to, it's not written, but let's see, it's minus 59.0. So we can write the working here. This is the work, and its output is, the output is minus 59.0. Now the next question is, consider the given SQL queries. Select department, count star from employees having count star greater than 5, group by department. Now, what is wrong in this one? They are asking. Sanvi is executing the query but not getting the correct output. Write the correct. So always remember, see, we need to use the condition on the group by, having a clause on the group by. But it will be coming after the group by, not before. First, we need to make the groups, then we have to apply the condition. This should be the correct answer. So, this is a very simple one. So now if, see, as your exams are close by, and if you want a complete revision of the entire chapters of computer science of class 12, and it's a very scoring subject, provided you know your things. Okay, many times students, they just think that, and they pay rather less attention because of their competitive exam. But if they pay attention and they complete their syllabus, so it rather take less time and energy as compared to other subjects, but it is quite scoring. And I do not need to tell you that computer science is the future. Even after doing studying a lot and getting good ranks in JEE, people aspire to, they want to get the engineering branch, computer science engineering branch. Okay, so simply you can call me. This is my number is there. You can call me and take the complete revision course, which will help you in getting the good marks in your board exam. Okay, now the next one is exception handling. So exception handling concept is like this. You are going to write a code, which is in this case is this code. And in case if there is any error, it will be dealt with the help of this except clauses. Okay. So in the except, we can have multiple exceptions. We can have depending on the type of exception. But the thing is that it will execute only one of the exceptions because it can't be, you can have multiple error at the same time. There will be only one type of the error, whichever the first one type of error, it will catch that. Now, except exception is the one which is the generic, and you can use it for all type of exception. So now if you run this one, so what will happen? You will be getting, because 10 divided by 0, let's look that is a 0 division error. That means division by 0 error, but it is also a generic error. Like it is a kind of error, simply error. So some other error will be the correct answer. Some other error will be the correct answer. And now we come to the next one. Here is a dictionary given. And in this dictionary, when you are getting a get function, what it does, the get function basically uh, gives the value of the key provided. Now, if the key is not there, for example, in this case, if I do not write this thing, I run this code, I will be getting a none. But if I give this value, okay, then instead of giving none, because this key is not there, it will be giving not specified. So it's very simple, it's not specified. Now the next one is the random module related question. So in this question, if you are going to solve this one, so first thing you need to understand what is the range or the value of upper and lower, because this entire printing depending on lower and upper value. So lower or upper का क्या value होगा? It's very simple. See, your lower value will be from 2 to 2, and rand in generates, ये generate करता है any integer number between a and b both inclusive. तो यहाँ 2 to 2 it will generate number 2, and upper will generate any number between 2 to 3. And in the range function, we have a lower, comma, upper plus 1. Now in range function, what will happen? The lower value is 2 only, but upper can get 3 plus 1. So it will be 3 only, because range function exclude the last value. So 4 will not be the 3. So 2 and 3 will be the indexes for which the value will come. So here 0, 1, 2, 3. So 50 and 70 are there. So the only LK value which are there, which is 50 and 7. So either 50 can come or 70 can come, or their combination can come. So this is why more index error are there. Oh, this is the this will be the next. Now you see, yes, 50, and there is a possible of 50 at the rate 70 at the rate. So you see, we are getting our answer. The first one is the correct. 50, 70 is the correct answer. Now, 12th one is this question. In the 12th one, it is asking, what is the output of this one? Now, for looking the output of this one, we have a function. In this function, there's a global variable. This is again I. Then there's a printing inside. Then there's a add. Now, if you look this one, see in the first line, I is equal to 5, and this line is going to print a 5 at the rate at the rate. Now, and this much will not do. The reason is that very simple, because functions cannot be executed till the time we call the function. So function execution will start from here. So it will be add. Add means now it will call this function global I plus 1, 7. So global I means I value will be now referring to this I outside global I. I value will become here 7, I plus 7. That means it will become I plus 7 is basically is 5 plus 7 is 12. So this is 12, and now it will be printing in the same line where 5 at the rate 5 at the rate is there. Now it will be printing here 12 hash 12 hash. Now finally again I value is printed after this function call, so it will print. So this is the output. तो हम देख लेते हैं what is the output here. 5 at the rate 5 at the rate 12 hash. So option C is the correct. Now, which SQL command can change the cardinality of an existing relation? Now, which SQL command can change the cardinality of existing relation? See, cardinality is basically is equal to the number of rows. Number of rows. So, number of rows can be, when we use the insert basically adds new rows. new rows, and delete basically deletes the rows. So basically, so the answer value will be both A and B. So A and B is the correct, right? Okay. So 14. So 14 is the question based on split. So split क्या करता है? Basically, wherever I is there from that part, it will split, it divide. ठीक है? So we take this one and let's see we divided this. This is the one. So हम I जहाँ पे है we split it. So and remember I doesn't stay. So this is one split. Then the next split is between two I. So between two I nothing is there. So there will be a empty string. This is deleted there now. Then one more. You're getting this one, ng up to this one. So this is one more is there. This I is gone. So from S to THR, this I will be going. So here we will have the ln. Next, this I will be not there, and then we have ng and this. So we have water sk. Okay, water sk is the first. Then we have empty string. Empty string is this one. Then ng. So we can see the B is the correct answer. Okay. I want to see. Now the next one. In SQL, a relation consists of 5 columns and 6. If 2 columns and 3 rows are added to the existing relation, what will be the updated degree of a relation? So, what is the degree for what is the number of columns? Columns are 5 and rows are 6. Now it is saying 2 columns and 3 rows are added. So columns become 7 and rows become 3 are added. So rows become 9. So it is asking what is the updated degree. Now degree is the number of columns equal to number of columns. So in that case, the degree will be 7. So this is the 7. So correct answer is degree 7. Now in which SQL command is used to remove a column from a table in MySQL. So if you want to remove a column, so it's a very simple. You need to write alter table, then whatever the table name. Then to remove the column, we have to write draw column, and then we write the column. So this is the command which is required for remove. So obviously it is not drop. Drop removes the entire table and delete removes the rows. Alter removes the. Next one is dash is the protocol used for retrieving emails from a mail server. See, we have two protocols. One is SMTP, Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. So when we are sending, जब हम mail भेज रहे हैं, then it is Simple Mail Transfer Protocol. But when we are receiving a protocol, when we are receiving the mail, it is retrieved from the server by using another protocol which is POP3, which is Post Office Protocol 3. So it's not SMTP. SMTP is for sending the mails and POP3 is for receiving them. Which of the following is correct about using a hub or a switch in a computer network? See, a hub sends data to all devices in a network, while switch sends data to a specific. This is the correct one. Hub sends to because it's a broadcasting device. A hub sends data to, now it is saying which one of the following is correct. So, if you look at the other one, hub sends data only to the device connected, while switch sends data to all devices. It's incorrect. Just the opposite it is saying. Hub and switch can be interchangeably. No, we cannot, and it's both are wireless network. Basically, it starts with the wired devices. Later on, it has become wireless also, but I think the most appropriate answer is the A. Okay. But if someone writes D, in today's concept, this can be used. Okay, because hub and switches have now become wireless, but they are used in Ethernet network. So basically, it is there. So I think A should be the better answer. Which of the following is used to create the structure of a web page? CSS is used in formatting. So HTML is the used for the structure of the web. Now, the next one, question number 20 and 21, which are assertion and reason. Now, what it is saying that expression 1, 2, 3, 4, which is a tuple dot append 5 will modify the original sequence data type. See, tuple has no method append, so there is no question of this doing. But the reason is saying the append method adds the element to the end of the list and modifies the list. Yes, it's absolutely true. It adds. So obviously we can say uh, the D1 A is false and R is true. A is false and R is true. Next one is saying a primary key consists of must be unique and cannot have null values. Yes, this is the definition. No duplicate values are allowed. You cannot leave it blank. So A is true, obviously. And the primary key uniquely identifies each row in that. Yes, this is the reason why it should be unique and not null. Because if it is not unique and it is null, then it will not able to uniquely add. We can say in this case the A is the correct answer. Right. So now we come to the section B. Section B is saying what is the difference between the explicit and implicit type conversion, and in Python given this. Now, what is explicit type conversion? So, explicit type conversion means it is the or type conversion done by the programmer to change one data type into another data, and it uses some predefined functions, right? So, like you have you're writing some number like x is equal to int, and here in string you're writing 24. So it is converting this thing into integer. Now y is equal to float, and here we are writing 3.14. So this is the explicit type. Now what is implicit type conversion? Now in implicit type conversion, basically uh, uh, it is the automatic type conversion, or it is automatically done by the compiler to convert a mixed expression to the higher. So basically, what happens whenever there are multiple data type values are there, so automatically it converts into the higher, right? A very simple example. Normally, we know 12 divided by 4 is float division 4 will give 3. But if you put any decimal, the final answer will be in float. You can write 13 plus 12.0. So automatically the answer will be coming in this case will be 25.0. So this is the implicit type conversion. In this case, the answer will come 3.0. So these are the two examples. Break and continue, you already know. Break basically terminates the uh, loop, right? If you have a break, so basically it terminates the further execution of the loop. So if you are there and continue, what it does, it skips the remaining uh, part of the loop and moves the control to the next iteration of the loop. This is the, we can say this is the definition part. Okay, now let's see example. You need to write point to, okay, what is required, you write that. No need of writing lot of stuff there. So examiner is basically checking what you are writing is meaningful. So if it is meaningful and if you give an example, so he won't have any problem. Okay. You do not need to write a lot of history regarding that particular step. Let's see break को देख लेते हैं. For I in range 1 to 11, if I mod 5 is equal to 0, then we break, else we print I. So if we run this code, what will happen? It will be executing. The moment it will become I value become 5, 5 mod 5 is 0. So it will break. It will not any for more execution. So it will be printing the values for one, for this code, it will be printing 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if the same code we write it with the continue. Continue we write here. So continue, whenever we will get a number which is divisible by 5, that will not be printed. Rest all will be printed. So it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. We go for the same code here. Now this is, it will be, output is 1, 2, 3, 4. They go to this 7, 8, 9. Now this is the question. Now the next one is, they have given a code and it's a very common one. You have to rewrite the code after removing the all the errors. So we have this function is given there. Let's see how to solve this one. See, we can assume there are 4 errors in this one. Okay. One, I think, here the return is there. So what are the errors? So in the first line, you can see define is the error. So we will write def. So this is the error one. Next line you see, is there any problem len? No. Return str is okay. New str, this is also correct. Return, this is quite correct syntactic. Function call is also okay. Now this line p print p is capital and resulting string there is no comma. So there are, we can say there are 2 errors in this line, error 2 and error 3. But there is also a possibility of another error, which is the logical error. So in this case, if we look for a logical error, what could be the logical error? See, len str less than 2. Okay, we have to, what is the question say? We have to remove the first and last characters of a given string. First or last character. That means in hello h, so we'll start from 1. And here O will be removed. So we have to get this. But this word is between 1 and -1, not -2. So this is a logical error here. So it will be -1. So this is the automatic responses. So here this is the error flow, right? So you need to underline these errors. Okay, so you can do this thing. Now we come to question number 24. Question number 24, first part is saying, find the index of first occurrence of a substring good in a string review. So review is the string. Here we need to find the index of the word good. You can write this thing like this also, dot index. And here again we can put. So it will give the first account. Next one is saying sort the elements of list L1 in descending order. So L1 dot sort. We need to do this is in descending order. So we have to write reverse equal to true. So it will be in descending order. Next is this one where we have a partition function and one is the count. So what is the partition function? Partition function basically divides the entire string into three parts. So this is the thing. So first part will be like from with. So one part will be before with. So it is up to this much. Then the with part will be there. Then from with onwards, the fun practice. So this is the partition and count a how many A's are there? One A is here, and two is there, and three. So there are three. So when we run this thing, we will be getting this kind of output. Okay. So this is correct. Now we are coming to the question number 25. It's saying write a function to remove an element in Python that accepts a list and a number, and the number of times and the number n exists in the list. It should be removed, and if it does not, it print a message element not found. So we have a function named remove element. Like def remove element. It takes a list and a number. Now, if it is not there in the list, we will say element not found. So if n not in L, we can just print element element not found. Else, we need to remove it from the list. So there we consider, let's see, there are multiple instances now. So what we will do, we will read the total length of the list, len of L. So it will be the total number of elements. Now we will see if L of I is equal to the, see, len of L will give a return value. So it is not one time it gives a value, it's fixed. So that is this. If len of I is equal to the element n, in that case, we have to remove that particular element. So how we will remove the element? We will write L dot remove of n, right? So we will keep on doing this thing. So it will be reading each of the element at the index and it will remove it. Let's see. Here's the program and we're giving 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 2, and n is equal to 2. And we write remove element err and n, and then we print the err again. So if we run this code, here is the index error. This is a possibility it happens just because we have. So here the problem is that we have to remove it, and if we use this loop, the loop will iterate for as many number of elements as are, it is there. But the once you delete elements, so there are less elements. So what we can do is instead of writing this thing, if we can write uh, if we L is equal to one, we write here C is equal to L dot count of n. It will give number of elements, and this many times. So C times we will call the L dot remove. So it will remove all the elements. all twos are removed. So this is the strategy which you should take, not the one using a for loop, because normally whenever we try to remove a loop while iterating it, it is a quite riskier thing because it changes the this is the number of elements, so index will change accordingly. Next is writing a function by add contact, which accepts a phone number and a name and a phone number. So one dictionary is there, it will take a dictionary name, phone number, and a name and a phone number. And if it is there already, so if the name already exists, so contact already. The function should add a name and phone number to the dictionary. So basically, it is like this. We have a add contact. Add contact, we will give the phone number, which is the dictionary, phone book. Then we have a name and phone. So it is saying if the name is already there, already exists. If name in phone book is there, so you will print contact already exists. But it is not the case, then what you will do? You will be adding this thing to the, there are many ways are there. So I'm taking a very simple phone book, name is equal to phone, right? So let's check this code. We write a dictionary. Let's see, TV equal to Joe. Phone number is 123. Then we have a Ron. His number is 456. Then we have a Dan. His number is 789. Now we call the add contact with this phone, and we give the name as Joe. And let's see, we give some other number 456. So if we run it, obviously it will be giving contact already exists. And if we do the same function, another name, say K, which is not there, and giving some value E57, so it will be there in this one and it will be added. So if you want to see this thing, so you write print PB. You run print PB, you will be seeing this K values got added, right? So this is the code for doing this. The next is the print the output of this. So if you look for the output of this particular code, so we are writing these names are there, selected. This will go here, average will be here. If average is this thing, then we are going to, finally we are printing this. So in each of the name in EMP is the key. So these are the name. Salary of EMP, that means this entire tuple will give is there. Now salary 0 plus salary 1. If it is greater than average, we will find. If it is greater than 80,000, then we will append the name. Then we append that. First is, let's see, 85 plus 90, which is 175. 175 is 8, and 15 means 7, and 5. So it is something like, and then zeros will be 20. So obviously we can add this name, so the name will be Araf. Next is here the value 78 and 88. What it will be? Uh, 166 166 where 2 means 83, greater than 80,000. So this is also greater than 80,000. Arav and Ria. Next is uh, 72,000 and 80,000. So it is 152,000, which is not possible, and 150. So these are the two names which are possible. So this should be the output. Yes, Arav and Ria is the output for this. One is the Arav, another is the Ria. Right. Now we are coming to the next question. Right. View the table structure. So viewing the table structure is very simple. Describe whatever the table name. Table name will be the table structure. Create a database name SQP. It's also very simple. You have to write create database SQP. Now, what is the difference between the drop and delete? So if we go for the drop first, it is a DDL command. It's a DDL command. And what it does, it removes the uh, table along with its data, along with the data present in it. Delete, on the other hand, is a DML command, and it removes the records present in the right. So you can write one query here in SQL. So drop table, whatever, let's say, shop. And to delete, we can write delete from table name shop. All right, so it is going to do. What is the modem? Modem is basically a device converts analog digital signals to analog and vice versa. Basically, it enables us to enables to use phone lines for internet connection. Okay. What is gateway? Gateway is basically it is a device. It is a device which uh, connects two dissimilar types of networks, okay, or networks of different protocols. Right. So, anyway, it's expand the term HTTP and FTP. HTTP is for hypertext transfer protocol, and FTP is for file transfer protocol. Now, what is the difference between the web server? Web server is basically, we think it's a system, but it's an application which hosts websites. Okay, or it has a unique address. So all the web browsers, and on the other end, what are web browsers? It is a software which can request web pages from web servers and translate them into human understandable audio. Right. So, example like your web server, if you have heard about Internet Information Server, this is the example. And web browsers are many are there, like your Chrome, Google Chrome is there, Edge is there. So they are the web browsers. So students, there are more in this one. So section B I have covered. So if what I have seen that questions, if you know, they are not very difficult and there is a very high score, a very high chance of scoring very good score in this exam. So I will once again, if you want a thorough revision for this subject in a limited number of days and to score very good marks, you can contact me and these are my numbers. Okay, so remaining part I will be doing in the next video. Thank you very much.